It is May 8th, 2020, and I have finally finished the last addition to my car stereo. The stereo was up and running more than a year ago, and it's been working beautifully that whole time. But for the past year, I've had this little aftermarket control box literally glued onto the bottom of the center display, and that controls volume and bass levels for the aftermarket DSP. I always wanted to get rid of this and use the OEM controls to control the aftermarket stereo, the same way you would control the OEM stereo. What I found out is that the steering wheel buttons and knobs, the states of all these controls are published on a CAN bus that is accessible via a diagnostic connector underneath the center console. So I put together a microcontroller that will tap into that CAN bus, read the steering wheel states, and then generate the appropriate control signals for the aftermarket DSP that is mounted in the trunk. For bass level control, 99% of the time, I don't touch bass level. It sits at a default value that, I determined by acoustic tuning. 99% of the time, I also don't use this front storage cubby on the front console, so I figured that'd be a good place to put a control knob. I put together a quadrature encoder here, so I can turn level up or down, and I can also, it has a mechanical button underneath. I can click that to reset it back to default value. So that's, easily within arm's reach. It's easy to find with your hands without looking away from the road. That works pretty well. I think that's good. I think I'm going to call this project done.